Hey guys, me again, from the year 2018, and I'm really excited because I just bought my first yearly game, Just Dance 2016 on the Wii U, and I plan on playing this every single year. What the f*** did I do that for?
So you have Zelda in 2017 but no 2018? Fuck that, just play Just Dance instead. Assassin's Creed missed out on 2019, but at least they made up for it with a terrible movie in 2016, so that makes up for it. I don't know if you could tell by looking at me, but I'm not much into sports.
He's a f***ing gecko.
Now with Assassin's Creed, it's a little hazy on whether or not it's considered a yearly game. But in my opinion, it is. I kind of feel like they didn't necessarily intend for that though, at least at first. The first one came out in 2007, then in 2008 they released a kinda sequel on the DS and mobile devices. But it wasn't really a true Assassin's Creed sequel. Then in 2009 they went effing crazy and released 3 games. First they released Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, also not the sequel, and a PSP exclusive. Then they made the true sequel, Assassin's Creed 2. Then they released Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery for iOS and the DS. Then in 2010 there was an Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Then in 2011 there was Assassin's Creed Revelations. And then Assassin's Creed 3 in 2012. Wait, so were those 2 mainline games or not? What's going on? I thought those were 3 and 4, but I guess they're just spin-offs or something. Then they released Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation the same year, so now I'm even more confused. Then there's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag in 2013, and then another shitty mobile game the same year. They kept going with this cycle until Ubisoft said in 2016, okay guys, maybe let's cool it with Assassin's Creed. Then proceeded to put out another shitty mobile game alongside 2 Assassin's Creed Chronicles games, a sub-series of Assassin's Creed. No mainline game though. Oh yeah, they also released a movie in 2016, and oh boy was it good or what. Then proceeded to make more games every single year, except for 2019. In 2019 there was no Assassin's Creed at all. No mobile game, spin-off, sub-spin-off, there was just no games. Then they made another one in 2020. But hey, you can't have Ubisoft without a Just Dance. But this game was more so based around modern pop songs, or at least modern for 2009. But that's the thing, they were only modern for 2009, so you gotta make another one for the hottest songs of 2010. Ah shit, now the 2010 game is outdated, so we gotta make one for 2011. While we're at it, one for 2012, and shit, 2013 is here. Fuck it, let's just do it yearly.
Oh, what's up guys, me again, and maybe don't talk to me till I've had my Mario Galaxy 2 soundtrack for the day. Thanks. Oh, that's coffee.
So I don't know if this is obvious or not, but I love video games. There's just so much beauty involved in each element to make a game what it is. How can you look at Donkey Kong and tell me that's not art? Come on. Boss fight music. There's a song that's basically the complete opposite of the first level. A little more fast-paced, less relaxed, and more so...
Holy shit, it's happening!
This is a song meant to show you that this is it. Everything you've done in the game has led up to this very moment. Every world, every boss, every quest, this is it. What else? There's settings music.
I like that one.
When video games originally started to get popular in the late 70s, music was stored on physical media such as records and cassette tapes. But the problem with this was it was expensive and they were heavily prone to damage with extensive use. So trying to put it on an arcade cabinet just wasn't very feasible.
It just won't fit.
Which is why in early arcade games you would rarely hear music, or if you did, it was just in short bursts. But over time they discovered a more affordable way to add music to games through electrical impulses from computer code that would go into analog sound waves for an output on a speaker. Originally for Mario Galaxy, he wanted to give the game a Latin American style of music, with things like steel pans, bongo drums, congas, etc. He was trying to replicate the sound of old science fiction movies with the soundtrack. Previous Mario games had featured music in that style, and Yokota composed 28 tracks like that for the game. Yoshiaki Koizumi was the game's director and designer, and he approved the composition, but when he brought it to Koji Kondo, the game's sound supervisor, he said it was, quote, no good.
Okay, so we worked several months on this soundtrack, and the director already approved it, so all you need to do is also approve it, because it sure would be a shame if you didn't. Nope.
When asked why he didn't like it, Kondo responded,
"If somewhere in your mind you have an image that Mario is cute, please get rid of it." What the fuck?
Yokota was so furious by this rejection that he almost just straight up resigned from his job. But Kondo implied that he thought of Mario as a more cool character, and instructed him to try again. According to Yokota, he was under the impression that Mario was for children, which is why he tried creating cute music. Because apparently Nintendo looked at this and said, yeah, my dad would play that. 3 months later, Yokota brought 3 different styles of music to Shigeru Miyamoto. One orchestral sound, one pop sound, and one that was a mix of both. Miyamoto ended up picking the orchestral sound because
it's f***ing space. Okay, guys. So I think I had a bit I think I had a bit too much soundtrack to start. Like 3 glasses to be exact. And I think I'm having a bit of a caffeine buzz. So I think I'm gonna run like across the country to New York or something. Bye. Hey, you know, there's ways to relieve energy inside, too. Oh, what's up, guys? Me again. And you just caught me browsing some funny internet memes. Man, I sure do love browsing these epic memes every day. I just wish there was a video game based on all of them. Maybe one day my dream will come true.
Rated E for Illuminati.
What?
Meme Run is the most dank game on the Wii U.
And it's on the Wii U?
2014, we just got all new consoles. The Xbox One wasn't doing the best, but was doing fine enough. The PS4 was selling well, and the Wii U was doing the worst of them all. So of course, we gotta have a video game about memes on there. Yup, this is real. Meme Run on the Wii U, a game that's all about those wacky internet characters.
That's what we've been waiting for!
It's an endless runner game developed by an indie studio, Ninja Pig, which was really just some guy and his brother tinkering around in college.
What do you mean it didn't have a big budget?
They made the game in hopes of appealing to a casual and hardcore audience by making the controls simple to remember, but so it gets harder and harder as it goes on.
So yeah, an endless runner.
When this game originally came out, it garnered some criticism.
No way.
This is a really confusing release because this is the kind of game that you'd expect to just be a shitty PC game. If that was the case, then nobody would have cared, but this game came out on the Wii U, a Nintendo platform, which they got the publishing rights for. Not only that, but it was exclusive to that console. Makes sense to me. Such an odd game for Nintendo to publish, but hey, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. So let's go on the Wii U eShop and...
This calls for an emergency. I need to find a way to play this game, and fast. Oh wait, there's a sequel? Okay.
So looking on Steam, we may not be able to play the first game, but we can at least play the sequel, the most controversial Wii U game, as it pegs it. Yeah, probably. Maybe we can watch the trailer just to get a good idea of what this game is about.
What, mate? We interrupt your day to bring you some dank news. Meme Run 2 is causing chaos across the world. We have never seen the stock market crash like this before.
To join our Simp Brotherhood, simply buy Meme Run 2 for $4.20 and join our Discord server.
Oh.
My review of Meme Run 2.
The game is $4.20. Do you get it?
Have fun.
Cause weed? What's up, guys? Me again. And I'm honestly a little short on cash. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I could get a real job. Or I can tell you about how f***ing great these shaving products are.
Okay, so let's start with Dollar Shave Club. Opening it up, it's a pretty good first impression. An advert, that makes sense, but then we get a pamphlet of some kind. At first it kind of seemed like a poster, and I got really excited to have a shave butter on my wall, but it turned out to just be some pamphlet talking about Switzerland or something, I don't know. There's this packaging paper that is way different than what I'd regularly see in packaging paper. I think they were going for a certain vibe with it. I don't know what to call it, but honestly I quite like it. But as much as I just love to talk about packaging all day, there's only one reason we're here. The products. I bought a razor, some shave butter, and the thing you put the razor on.
I don't know what it's called.
This should definitely last me a while, considering I only shave like twice a year.
Now, a question a lot of you might be having right now is, Brian, how are you gonna test this product? You're 17 and you have like no facial hair. Well, that's a great question. You see this? I've been growing this out for the past like month, and I'm finally gonna get rid of it. So let's apply the butter. Okay, now that we have the actual butter, let's apply it to my upper lip. And don't worry, I checked. It's the right one this time. Alright, now that that's all applied, let's test it out. Oh, that's smooth. That works well. It feels so good to finally get rid of that mustache.
Opening up the package, we got a Dark Souls mug with the handle broken off. Amazing first impressions, guys. I also got this tea bag, but I don't know what game it's from, so yeah. And then the main part of the box, a Castlevania beanie, which is really just kind of a regular black beanie with the Castlevania logo on it, and a Castlevania scarf. The scarf is actually pretty neat. I'm not really much into wearing scarves or hats though, so maybe I'll just put the scarf on my wall or something. So overall, it's fine, I guess. Most of this stuff is just generic stuff you'd find at a Walmart that your great uncle might get you for your birthday because, well, oh shit, Billy likes games, so I guess this. That's not to say anything in here is bad, just not anything I'm gonna get much use out of, and for $30 a month, this is absolutely not worth that. Especially considering how much exactly you're getting. I know that's kind of the point, but like, no. This is stupid.
So those were just some sponsorship products, and overall, I felt like some of them were just a bit overhyped, like Raid Shadow Legends, for example, but at the very least, they were advertised to do what they are supposed to do, mostly. But there are some things outside of this that I would genuinely consider using just outside of this, like honey, for example, because why not? Sometimes you save some money and, like, it doesn't cost anything. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to start shaving again. God damn it! Oh, what's up guys, me again, and god damn it, I wish you would start knocking. I'm trying to play Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES here. What if I was playing Sonic Forces? That would have been really embarrassing.
At the time, they still wanted to be known as a toy company, so that's what they marketed the NES as. A toy. This is what led to the creation of Rob the Robot, so that way it didn't feel like you were playing a video game. But come on guys, this is a video game. Video? Game? The NES was a huge success and regained interest in video games hardcore.
Wait guys, we're a toy company! Video game company.
I don't know, part of this doesn't make sense to me because I can kinda see where Phillips was coming from. He worried it wouldn't sell well in North America, but at the same time, the country you play the game in doesn't make it more or less difficult. But hey, I don't know, I'm not a corporate entity. But come on Nintendo, us Americans want more Mario. Where's our sequel, damn it? Oh god, oh f***, how about this? Nintendo took an already existing game, Doki Doki Panic, put some Mario sprites in there and bam, released it as Mario Bros. 2 in the West. Funny story about how I discovered the Japanese Mario 2, it was about 2013, 2014, somewhere around then. I just bought an eShop card from Walmart, so your boy was ready to get some virtual console and indie games. I wanted to buy the first Mario, but wasn't paying attention or something and accidentally bought this. I opened it up and said,
oh. This is Mario. But worse.
Now the second level is a bit different than the first one.
Are you shitting me?
You have to kill this guy to get onto this flying carpet and zoom across the cliff before the rug disintegrates. Grab a key, and that's it. After that, there's fucking nothing. You just fight Birdo and the level's over. Alright, another point on the lazy scale. Not always fleshed out levels. This is so fucking lame. Like you literally push the D-pad forward and down a little, and the level's done? Really? I would have much rather just had no level at all. This is so pointless. Oh wait, my bad. You have to hit Birdo 3 times in this one. I don't really blame them though. It was literally one of the first NES games ever. Gaming was still a fucking baby and trying to balance the difficulty wasn't really something they had much knowledge of yet. I think for what they did pretty well, just not the best. Now Japanese Mario 2, yeah, that's bullshit. At least if you're an American. But this game, while hard, still never feels like true bullshit. Just ignore what I said earlier. This game is bullshit! But now, after playing through it all, we finally reach the final boss. King Bowser, King K. Rool, King Wart. It shoots some vegetables out of this organ thing and we gotta throw them in his mouth when he opens it. Finally killing him, we realize vegetables are bad for us.
Are you shitting me?
We are then greeted with what is this game's version of warp pipes, with a cork inside. And of course for the finale, we gotta use that gimmick. Just one last time. Pull it out and are greeted to these things that are important for some reason. Then we see a funeral and the Mario characters winning a Nobel Peace Prize. Except not really, because it was all just a dream. What?
So Mario 2. I like this one. It's not as original as the first Mario, but that's only really because it's a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. But it's still fun. It has good mechanics, good level design, decent difficulty, and overall it's just a really good NES game. And I think I like it better than the first Mario game. Now next up, I have got to play... I'm sorry guys, I just could not help myself. What's up guys, me again, and I do not know what it is about today, but I am having some major deja vu. I'm sure it's probably nothing. Hey, you want to hear the story about all the wacky shit on my desk?
Does this game about crime look appropriate for my kid? I don't know, guess I'll just ignore the rating in the corner and find out when he gets scarred for life in GTA 5. However, the main game's box art is just so generic and boring. Well, I guess if this is how modern box art's gonna be, then we're doomed. So let's examine some problems with the art. Nathan Drake, but he's more sad and depressed now and walking toward the camera compared to the other boxes where he was more dramatic and more adventurous because, hey, this game's an adventure. The background's the same dramatic blue cover. It's like, God, look at how badass he is.
Take my fucking money!
Now finally, picture this. Bad licensed video game.
What the f***?
This is Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys, a real video game that the real Sony licensed on the real PS2. Why? It just kind of seems like the developers probably couldn't secure the rights to call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, so they were like, oh, clever boys. This is the most abominable box art ever. Like, it doesn't even represent the game because it's in 2D. There was loads of these things on the PS2, by the way. How did they get this many on there? Okay, well, no resource of this game I can use to make this art better, but I can at least try to make it represent the actual game a little bit. I decided to just retrace a couple of the characters from the game to give them a more high-quality tone. I tried saving the logo, but honestly just couldn't really come up with anything to do that with. And then to finish it off, I just added some Snow White background that I found on Google. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than the original one and represents the game a little better, I guess.
So that was some box art that I tried to make better, and overall, I thought it turned out pretty good, but you know what else is f***ing amazing? Is that this Pac-Man machine actually plays Pac-Man! Yo, what is up, my radical broskies? Welcome back to the radical 80s instruction video about the games of the future. Mario Kart DS. In this instructional tape, I'm gonna be teaching you how to play Mario Kart DS and have an opinion on it. Let's get started.
Mario Kart DS was also the first game to feature online multiplayer, which would also be there in all future Mario Karts. Apparently Nintendo was a little stingy with the online play at first though, due to a lot of negative connotations at the time. I guess they didn't want some 12-year-old to get hit with a red shell and then talk about having intercourse with the other kid's mom or something, I don't know.
Your mom's voice! Sounds like you just deep-throated a cow. Yeah, I deep-throated your mom. That doesn't make sense.
While it was really cool they added online play at all, it was still limited in that you couldn't send messages to other players or even pre-made ones. And Rainbow Road. This one's a tad more experimental than the past Rainbow Roads. They tried some new things with it, like this loop thing and... okay, that's kind of it, but it's a big part of the track, okay? God!
Get off my f***ing back, man!
I like this one. It's not the best Rainbow Road track, but it's decent enough.
So that's all the tracks that they introduced in Mario Kart DS. Except it's not, because I saved the best track for last!
The third course in the Flower Cup contains my favorite course ever in Mario Kart history. Waluigi Pinball, a course themed around Waluigi that takes place inside a pinball machine. This is such a creative idea. The obstacles and variations of theming throughout the entire course is absolutely perfect. This is, in my opinion, the best Mario Kart course of all time. Mario Kart DS also introduced 2 new items to the series that would end up staying. The Bullet Bill. If you're not doing so good, this item basically speeds you up past the other players. Basically,
God, just give him something. Jesus. Here.
Now I like the courses in battle mode. Oh, god damn it. Nintendo DS. Really cool that we're able to race on a DS that's also playing Mario Kart. I like it. Twilight House. Same kind of Airship Fortress vibes with this one. I like it. Falling down this ledge would be horrifying in real life. Pipe Plaza. Another cool one. Going through pipes that teleport you through other areas of the track. That's fun, damn it. Black Fort. It's okay. It's just kind of a standard battle track, but it's good, I guess. Tart Top. This one always made me hungry. I love the aesthetic of it, and I want to eat this food so badly. Bouncing around on these strawberries was always so fun, even though you weren't technically supposed to. And finally, Palm Shore. It's pretty lame. There's nothing really special about it in my opinion. So now you know how to be me with an opinion on Mario Kart DS. And just remember not to copy any instructions that you found out in this instructional video. And why don't you have a very nice day in this decade that we call the 1980s. Goodbye. Well, now I know. What's up, guys? Me again, and I sure do love this normal day. I really hope nothing goes wrong. Oh my god! It's happening! What are we gonna do? Well, looks like the power's gonna be out for a while. I managed to find a backup light that it's just a little lantern you plug batteries in. It's there, trust me. But you know, with this whole storm thing happening, it's given me a pretty wacky little idea. The idea of natural disasters was always something that kind of fascinated me. I'm not really sure why, but the idea of nature doing stuff just to destroy other things for no reason is an interesting phenomenon to me. But obviously when a storm strikes, the general public is entitled to knowing what said disaster is happening. This is when something called the emergency broadcast system comes into play. An alert meant to warn the general public through TV, radio, phones, just wherever they can get a hold of people. Now, every country has their own method of doing this. It's not like everybody had to listen to this. No. So I decided, like any sane person would do, to rank them on the tried and true tier list. I originally got this idea when I came across this video by a user called 11 Cent. He made these two compilations of a bunch of emergency broadcast systems just throughout the world. So if you're into this sort of thing, I would recommend checking them out.
Hello, John Sluter again from the Bureau with the latest situation on Tropical Cyclone Nancy. A short time ago, she was approximately 170 kilometres northeast of Tewantin, moving in a southwesterly direction at around 50 kilometres an hour. Now, at this rate, she's expected to cross the coast between Tewantin and Cape Morton. I'll be back again in 1 hour with another update. See you then.
Australia, I like how Australia is like, whoa! Look at this, there's a cyclone! Like in the early 2000s, like MTV special or something. So that was some emergency broadcast systems ranked on a tier list. This is the official tier list. This is the official one. No one else can say anything. I have the final say. My opinion is objective fact. Man, I hope the power comes back on soon. Wow, that was a wacky coincidence. I really hope it doesn't go out again. I really need to stop saying exactly what I want not to happen. Hello everybody, welcome to the One Quiz Game Show. The game show all about winning games for a show on this show about games. Today's one quiz. What do you think about when you hear the word Pokemon? Is it A, Pikachu, B, Evolution, or C, Post Malone? I'll give you 10 seconds to answer. Too slow. If you said Post Malone, that's a really fucking weird guess, but you're right. First of all, this is probably only weird to me, but 35th? To me, 35 doesn't really seem like a super special milestone. You celebrate things like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and so on. But 35? But I guess Nintendo saw it as an excuse to milk Mario for all it's worth. As if they don't already do that. I love how they advertise this, talking about all these NES games remastered from the originals, which they are, but this is an SNES game. It's nothing new. Also, I think they forgot to cut out all these white spots on the logo here. Maybe just take a little magic eraser tool to that one. You can also listen to the music from these games. Man, I wonder what else can do that. As much as I wanted to play Bowser's Fury, I would have just bought it exclusively for Bowser's Fury, and I just couldn't bring myself to spend that much on an old game, I say as I enter my card info for Mario 3D All-Stars. So Google, you know Google, you're not going to use Bing to look up those burning questions, but how did Google become Google? What's up guys, me again, and I'm out of ideas. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Brian, Google's a search engine, not a game. Why are you talking about Google? That makes no sense. I'll get to that. Just be patient. Eventually, they changed the name to Google, which originated from the misspelling of the word Google. The number 1 followed by 100 zeros, which was picked to signify that the search engine was intended to provide large quantities of information. Oh my god, I literally have no idea what any of these words mean. I literally just Googled it. Oh. Now we zoom ahead a few years into the future when Google is, you know,
Google, and they decided they wanted to be a quirky little company and give you something to do if your internet decides to fuck out. So they had a man named Sebastian Gabriel develop a game for such an instance. Gabriel got the idea to make a game about dinosaurs when one day he was walking around Walmart and all of a sudden a giant T-Rex looked around the entire ceiling of Walmart and he was like, oh my god, it's a dinosaur, yeah! And, you know, dinosaurs in a desert, and yeah, that's how he came up with the idea. That's a true story that I didn't make up at all. That's a true story. Look it up, but don't actually look it up. Actually, it's not. Disclaimer, yeah.
So the Google Dinosaur game, or Dino Run, as some people call it, is a game that I have minor experience with. I wasn't one of those religious Dino Run players or anything, but I would usually have fun with it if my internet went out or something. But I think it's time for a full, critical review of the game.
Alright, let's go on the computer, turn the internet off, and bam! Here it is. Full access to the game. So Dino Run is an endless runner.
Oh god.
And 20 cents. And join our Discord server.
Oh man, that was it? That was a short-ass game. Maybe someday I can look at some other games that I've never played. I don't know. Just a thought.
You want to play more video games, you say?
God, what the fuck? Who are you and why are you in here?
I am the ghost of the backlogs. I have been sitting in Tony Hawk Shred for almost 2 years now, just watching you sit in the exact same spot, talking about games. And you've only given 6 games dedicated episodes, and 4 of them are Mario and the other 2 are this shit.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Silence! I've waited so long to hear you say you want to play more games and be more open to other experiences. So here, be careful what you wish for.
God. Oh, God. That is not what I think it is. Oh, God. Sonic Forces!
¿Es la influencia una amenaza para mí y mi familia?
You guys have the license for that?
¿Cuáles son los síntomas? ¿Cómo hacer para evitarla?
No, Mario, what are you doing? I think that's a bit big. A bit big, I think.
Detener esta epidemia.
You think that's the actual doctor? Like they show up and they're like, oh shit, I thought it was just gonna be a person, but it's actually fucking Mario, no. We need to come up with something that is marketable. Okay guys, hear me out. Giant fucking mole rats singing.
We love these songs, 'cause they are good to us.
Oh my fuck. This one. Just have a look.
There's good reason for my glistening skin, and how I shine, and how my pores are so clean and clear.
Just makes me a bit uncomfortable.
I eat little baby's ice cream.
I eat little baby.
It keeps me young. It keeps me light on my feet. I spring from activity to activity. I love my job. I love my life. When you eat little baby's ice cream, you'll wink and nod and hug and high-five each other with great enthusiasm. This is a special time. Little baby's ice cream. Ice cream is a feeling.
It's just ice cream, man. It's just ice cream. What marketing fucking person was like, dude, this. I don't get it. That one makes me uncomfortable. I actually hate that commercial. I'm definitely not gonna buy any little baby's ice cream from that. That's for sure.
Who's the best dealer in East Tennessee?
Jason Ferris.
Who's the best dealer in East Tennessee? What he dealing though?
East Town for back to school. Denim haircut. Backpacks,
your backpack. Boots and pants and boots and pants.
New shoes. Get yourself an outfit.
Come on, that one's charming. It's just a little local commercial for St. Joseph. I've been there. But they're trying their G-dang best. It's just a fucking... probably just some guy and like a few people. They trying. What the heck? That's not weird. They singing. I love analyzing logos and the small details within them. It's really cool to me to just see what a company thinks of when they're making a logo. You get it, I'm a goddamn loser. But what do I think of oversimplifying logos? I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the stuff they've been doing recently where they just kind of make it all look the same, because there are some logos like the Gmail logo that was fucking awesome. It looked like a mail envelope with an M to show it's mail. It's Gmail. It's great. And same with the Google Drive logo where they just took it and they like, because the whole thing with it was like Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google Sheets. I forgot the third one. Let me give you an example of a logo change that kind of had everyone shitting their pants. Or should I say an icon change. The old MasterCard logo was this. It's not bad, but then they changed it to this. I used to hate it, but I've slowly grown to hate it less? Let me explain. At first I was just like everyone else. I was like, bro, it's just two circles. That's so fucking lame. What is this? God, I hate it. The new Taco Bell logo is kind of the same way, but I have less of a problem with it. Taco Bell recently has been going for this kind of multicolored branding, and I think this logo fits it better. Like, it's like there's the purple is the main, and then you get a fucking chicken chalupa, and it's like orange, and it's like blue for the Baja Blast or what the fuck ever. Like, it kind of weird to explain, but like I hope you get it. And finally, the goddamn Pringles logo. It was just another instance of them taking out the detail. That's all you did. Also, why the fuck did you keep the text the same but the rest of the logo was changed? It looks so out of place. What the hell? You took away his hair. You took away his fucking his colors. You just made it plain black. You took out the outline. It's just, this is probably my least favorite logo change of all time, honestly. Jesus. Fast food training videos. They exist. I myself worked in fast food for about 1.5 years. Until I worked from January 2020 to April of 2021, and I do not work there anymore. But it kind of fucking sucked. And I remember when I first started, I had to watch an employee training video as well. But they weren't entertaining. Like, not even entertaining in the sense that I could make fun of them. They were just boring, because it was like some stock voiceover woman, and it's like, do this. But there are some that are interesting, and we're gonna watch them right now. And just as a twist, I haven't actually seen these ones yet, so I guess we'll just see what happens.
I'm going to be using this cooker. It's been warmed up according to procedure. First, I will be loading the chicken into the cooker.
I feel like this is just some minimum wage employee, and they were like, hey, act in this fucking video, bitch. No, I don't want to get fired, so they did this. Huh? Alright, so it's just a fucking copyright warning. Fair use, get owned. No, shit.
Hey, everybody! You know, you have a huge but fun responsibility. When you come to work, it's like you're on a magical stage called Chuck E. Cheese's.
I think that's just called coming to work in, fuck! I think that's just called coming to work on acid, brother. Feeling like you're riding a magical train. Sick font usage, bro.
Welcome again to Chuck E. Cheese's. Are you ready for a great orientation?
Yes!
We have put together this DVD and flip chart to make sure you have a thorough orientation and a clear vision of your part of this team. We will review the key points you will learn: company history, our purpose, magic and hospitality, discrimination and harassment, responsible alcohol service.
They serve alcohol? What? At Chuck E. Cheese? Isn't it like a kid's arcade? It says Chuck E. Cheese orientation video 1107. It was published on February 12th, 2015. I was thinking like maybe if it was like the 70s or something, it'd be a little more lax. Like, hey, you can fucking, your parents can drink a fucking beer while your kids are out dying in the ball pit or whatever, but I don't know what the fuck that... It does seem a little old, but fucking, I don't fucking know. What's up, guys? Me again, and, Yep. We've had a lot of fond memories on that wall, and a little bit of that wall, but I think it's time we say goodbye to all these walls and go to a new wall, specifically a new wall in a different state. I know change is frustrating, and seeing us move away from all these walls we've come to know and love can be sad, but I just could not live with death if I didn't see all the walls I wanted to before I died. But before we do, I need some closure. I've met a lot of people living here, and I just need to check up on them and see how they're doing before I go. There's cult members 1 and 2, former cult members, but their cult leader died, so they became newscasters. There's cult leader, he's dead, so I should probably check up on him. Ron Jacobs, always been a newscaster, hired the cult members. Isn't that crazy? John Johnson, never met him, but maybe I will if I have time. And finally, there's DoorDash driver. I've never met her, but cult member 2 was telling me about how he ordered from her and then never got his order. So maybe if she shows up, then we'll see how that goes. Dear entire world population, if your name is Cult Member 1, Cult Member 2, Cult Leader, Ron Jacobs, John Johnson, or DoorDash driver, meet me at this exact location at some point. Thanks for meeting me here. I know it was pretty short notice.
Bro, you invited us back in March.
Yeah, not even a year? Come on.
What did you want?
Well, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm moving.
Yeah, because of the wall thing, right?
Yeah.
So what does this have to do with us? We've only met him like once.
Yeah. Hey man, don't be like that. We have so many memories. Remember that time we overthrew your leader?
Yeah, remember that time afterwards when we stopped being cult members? Good times.
Hey, Ron Jacobs, how's my third favorite newscaster doing?
Third favorite?
Yeah, the other one showed up first. You should have been here earlier.
That's mean, man. I built a robot for you.
With me, not for me.
Well, like, it doesn't matter. We can always build more robots, like, in the future. It's not like for some random reason you're gonna move across the country for no... I mean, that would never happen. That never happened.
That was a really good guess.
What?
Well, co-leader, sucks that you're dead, but now that I'm leaving, I feel like we need to make amends. Our interactions were usually pretty short and not very good, but you were determined, and that can't be overlooked, so I guess I don't really have much to say other than I wish you well.
You killed me!
It was an accident!
No, it wasn't!
You're leaving because of walls? I can give you walls!
No, but this is different! I need to see walls in another state!
I mean, what do you want? I got bricks, I got concrete, I got wood, I got straw, I got sticks.
Man, you just don't get it.
No, you literally made an effort to build a robot to fight my robot and kill me.
Okay, well, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I'm pretty sure what you were doing was, like, illegal.
Okay, I see your point, but last time I checked, so was murder.
I only murdered you for the greater good of humanity.
What are they gonna do? Arrest a ghost?
Did you order Taco Bell?
What? No.
Can you just take it anyway?
Why, I'm not the customer. I didn't order it.
I've been trying to find the customer for the past 6 or 7 months.
Hey, do you think while you're here you could take a seat?
Why?
Look, I've been a newscaster for years, and it's just been lame story after lame story, but you gave me a story that was interesting. It built my career, man. What am I gonna do if you leave? Like, what's the chance that I'll have it? Like, it's never gonna happen again.
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah, nothing happened here. Of course that's what I'm worried about.
Dude, wait till I tell you about this guy, Tom Cruise. Holy shit. Look, I just think there's better ways of protesting than mass destruction.
I was only protesting what you were doing. What do you want me to do? Hold an anti-cheat sign outside your house?
You made a whole cult just to fight me?
Yes!
Make this quick, I got other stuff to do.
I'm moving.
Bye.
You better make sure you send us some walls.
Yeah, man, I fucking swear.
I guess. What kind do you want?
Stone.
Stone? Out of all the choices of wall, you choose stone? No, get lowberry.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish you luck on your wall, Jenny.
You took it way too far. Not to mention you lied to me about the event you were hosting.
Yo, I'm dead now, so you should be upset that I'm a ghost.
Well, I may strongly disagree with your methods, but agree to disagree.
Fuck you.
So I guess all that's left to do now is pack up the desk and say goodbye to the walls. Hey, let's go see what the new place looks like. It's not even built yet. I've been in the middle of the Missouri wilderness for several days now. I don't have much resources out here, it's mostly just grass and trees. However, I am not without possession. I have my desk to keep me entertained. A cup for drinking the lake water. I have a new television that I can plug in and play all the state-of-the-art games. Unfortunately, I only have a few. Honestly, I'm not sure how much longer I think I'll be able to go on. My sanity is slowly drifting, and if my new wall isn't built soon, I could die.
So I've been away for the past month, scavenging around the wilderness, trying to survive, when I came to a stunning realization.
Oh shit, I haven't talked about something stupid in a while.
So we're gonna ask our corporate robot overlords if there's something that happened last month that I can talk about. If not, I don't know, maybe I'll just talk about an old game or something. Hey Siri, what happened in the past month?
News for June of 2021. Someone on eBay tried selling an unopened copy of Mario 64 for $1.56 million. Manatees could be endangered soon. And E3 2021 happened from June 12th through June 15th.
Wait. Manatees?
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm trying to talk about manatees, but some asshole keeps interrupting me.
You better watch who you're talking to! This is my land!
What?
Yeah? Well, you got 3 seconds to get out of here. I'm gonna slaughter you like a cow.
Wait, but sir, my new wall isn't built yet. I don't have anywhere else to go.
You mean that house? That house has been there for over a month.
Oh.
Plus, they're my favorite company, so it wasn't too bad, I guess, but I'm still a fan of these other guys, and Jesus Christ, they just didn't have much to offer. But the one guy who kept yelling at the Bethesda conference was pretty funny.
So here we are, new wall, which means we're back to the grid of talking about random stupid shit that no one cares about. And with E3 happening this year, that just gives me another random stupid thing that no one cares about to talk about. So, here are some of my hopes for this year's E3. Now, here's what I mean. I'm going to list off some things that I just want, not necessarily think are going to happen, but just things that I want. Some of them may happen, some of them may not, and some of them might be sort of reasonable, some of them might just be completely out there. So from Nintendo, I would like to see more info on like games that have already been announced but we don't really know much about yet, like the Breath of the Wild sequel or Metroid Prime 4, for example. A newer, more powerful Switch model I'm pretty certain is going to happen, but it's mostly just rumors. But it's like a heavy rumor thing, and Nintendo did say in their like announcement thing that it'll be focused on Nintendo Switch hardware, whatever that means. So a new Smash Fighter, but I'm almost certain that's going to happen. I would like Waluigi. He's my most wanted newcomer, but I already know that's not going to happen because he was deconfirmed a long time ago. So Rayman is my most wanted now. Will Rayman happen? I don't know, but that's what I want. However, these guys would be pretty cool too. Speaking of Rayman, Ubisoft. New Rayman game. That'd be nice of you. I'm literally dying for a new one. Rayman Legends and Origins were absolutely phenomenal games, and I really want to see new ones in the same era as that, or maybe even something new. Just something Rayman would be awesome. Microsoft, please just give us some sort of original exclusive game. Some sort of reason to actually buy Xbox. Who else is presenting late? Capcom? Oh, I don't know which one of these this would be announced in, but for the love of God, Rockstar, GTA 6. It has been years. GTA 5 came out on the PS3 and it's coming out on the PS5 now. GTA 6, for the love of God. Alright, now let's just sit here at this desk for the next 3 days and wait for the mediocre presentations to just waft on in.
Alright, so after a bunch of semi-unnecessary small talk, a message from the LA mayor talking about how it's a gaming town.
What?
The entirety of LA, okay. It opens with what appears to be a new Rainbow Six game. It looks like you probably enjoy it as a Rainbow Six fan, but I'm not, so I don't really feel much excitement for it. Next, they showed off a new game called Rocksmith Plus, a new game in the Rocksmith series, which seems to just be like a regular guitar learning thing.
Wow, Ubisoft, thank you, but that looks like shit.
Next up is just a bit about Ubisoft bragging about the power of video games or some stupid shit like that.
Okay, everyone, say it with me now. Filler!
First of all, bad logo. I had to stare at this for like 15 seconds to figure out what this said. It doesn't blend in good at all. You would have been much better off without the back white part. But anyways, besides the point for my stupid idiot nitpicky logo complaint, this game looks fun. After that, there's some talk about expansions on the Avengers game. For me to care about DLC though, it has to be for a game that's actually good. Sorry, Avengers. Hitman Sniper, a mobile game. And no gameplay. Nier Reincarnation, a new Nier game. On mobile. Mobile Final Fantasy. What if we made that 2 Final Fantasy mobile games?
Oh, come on!
Next up, we have Nintendo's press conference, and oh boy do I have high hopes for them. They are my favorite video game company out of all the other ones, and they absolutely killed it in 2019. So I don't find it super outrageous to expect them to be just as good this year. I mean, honestly, they have a couple games that have been announced, but we just don't know shit about them. Just some more of those in some time slots, and I'll be happy, honestly. The only thing that I'm like positive is going to happen is a new Smash character. I'm pretty confident about there maybe being a new Switch model, but I'm not certain on it. So let's have a look at what they show off.
Who would have thought? So guys, now that we've ranked most of the E3 2021 press conferences, I think it's also finally time that we rank Shrek on the DS. Honestly, it might not be as good as you remember. What is up, guys? Welcome back to this desk that you've seen many times before. However, this time is different because it's Halloween. A time of spookiness, a time of dressing up, a time for candy. Except for candy corn, because fuck candy corn. And another scary thing in this modern era is a little thing I like to call downloadable content. And it's scary because that's probably the reason we will never get another Grand Theft Auto 6 and why loot boxes are still a raging problem in the gaming community. So, take a seat and relax as we sit down on this Halloween to discuss the horrors of
GTA Online is easily one of the best and easily one of the worst things to ever happen to the GTA franchise. Like, the concept of playing Grand Theft Auto Online is phenomenal. Like, GTA is a game that's known for just wandering around and having fun committing every illegal activity known to man. Now, if you take that concept and add playing with your friends to it, you have one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had. However, GTA Online has a lot of DLC in the form of cars, outfits, and in-game currency, and GTA Online is really popular, thus making the DLC popular, thus giving Rockstar a lot of real-life currency, so they're like, well, no point in making a new GTA when we could just update the online and milk this one forever. It's just really frustrating because GTA games used to come out semi-regularly. The PS2 had GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. 3 GTA games all within the same generation, opposed to GTA 5 that's come out within 3 console generations. And I find it sad that they're probably not going to make another one for a while because they know they can just milk GTA 5 forever. Oh my god, and don't even get me started on microtransactions. They are the worst. Literally, if you look up microtransactions on Google, there is a danger section. They are awful. One of the most common forms of microtransactions are a little thing I like to call loot boxes. Loot boxes are little crates of goodies you can buy in games filled with random little stuff. And when I say random, I mean you have no idea what's going to be in them. It could be something really good or something really bad. Man, I swear there was a word for that somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. But don't worry, it's not just adults doing it. In fact, there's probably more kids that buy loot boxes. Oh my god, a bonus word! And that, my friends, is some of the spookiest, most horrifying elements of the gaming community in this dire modern world known as downloadable content. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to purchase all of the DLC characters for Super Smash Bros., despite the fact that I haven't played Smash in probably maybe like a year or so. Don't judge me, I never said I was against DLC.
Hello everybody, I am John Johnson with Channel 10, reporting to you live in my living room for our Christmas Eve broadcast of the show. We are failing pretty hard financially right now, so we had to make some studio costs. Some of you may be asking where Ron Jacobs is. Well, to answer that question, we have no idea. He kept yelling something about Tom Cruise and said he was flying out to LA, which took away half our budget. So I will be temporarily taking his place. Now let me cut to our co-host, cult member number 1.
Thank you, Ron. On the broadcast tonight, we have the constantly rising debate whether or not Santa's weight loss journey could cost the big fella his career. Second more, we have later on coming up the discussion and the reliability of his sleigh. Back to you, Ron.
Ron's not here, but thanks cult member 1. Let's hand it over to cult member 2 with the weather.
Well, Ron, it looks like the weather outside is frightful. With snow coming in later tonight and for the holiday season, we welcome it. So as the kids would say, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Back to you, Ron.
Once again, I'm John, but real funny one there, cult member 2. Real knee slapper. Sounds a bit windy out there, so stay safe. Alright, now let's have a look at politics. I'm standing here looking at them, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, this would be a terrible conversation to have at your family's dinner table this holiday season. So if it were me, I'd keep that to a bare minimum. Alright, this has been the Channel 10 Holiday Recap. I'm your host, John Johnson, signing off.
Man, I am such a huge fan of the news. I must admit, it got a little political there at the end for my liking, but it was still pretty good. The Wii U one would be okay if Smash Ultimate didn't exist, because this would be the perfect party game. So many cool characters, courses, a fuck ton of music, a little weak single player wise, but that's not what we're looking for right now. This is the perfect party game. If G.I. Joe Operation Blackout didn't exist, this is what we're gonna play. Alright, now that that's settled, I think it's finally time to start inviting people.
Please leave your message after the tone.
What is up, guys? Me again, and you're all invited to my super awesome Christmas party at my location starting right now, and I'm expecting everybody to show up. Hey, you're not everybody.
You didn't actually expect everybody to show up, did you?
I literally said I expected everybody to show up.
But you live in a different state now.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, it's nice to at least stop by.
Stop by, it's like 12 hours.
Exactly. Thank you.
Dude, what does that even...
Dude, I heard that you had G.I. Joe Operation Blackout here.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna make my Christmas party different from every other Christmas party you've ever been to.
Well, dude, with such a lame turnout, I really hope you're right.
Alright, y'all, take a seat, get yourselves nice and cozy, and we'll get this party started.
How is this a party? It feels more just like hanging out.
I've got soda, and I was expecting more people to show up.
Dude, what's taking you so long?
I don't know, the console's not taking the disc.
Oh, try blowing into it.
Oh, right. Thank you.
You have already played this game, Brian.
Oh, that's not good. It's a little weird.
Hey, guys, something doesn't feel right.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel a bit woozy. I think I need to lie down. What is actually happening? Where am I?
This is the room where it all started. Well, sort of the room. Sort of like a dream version of the room, like kind of like a green screen.
Okay, wait. Are you one of the plagiarized ghost characters?
Sort of. I'm a ghost rendition of your past self, aka the ghost of Christmas past.
Cool. So what awful experience are you gonna make me hate?
Disney Infinity, Rayman 3D, and Shrek on DS.
Okay, wait. So which ghost are you?
Christmas past. I'm literally a manifestation of your past self. You need to listen better. The ghost said, like literally 2 seconds ago, that the ghost of Christmas past was gonna help you play the games that you have prior nostalgic experience with.
Okay. Well, let's give her a go.
Okay, so next up we got Shrek on the DS. Do I even need to review this one? It's based on Shrek Forever After, the last movie in the Shrek franchise, and I actually have quite a bit of history with this one. I actually got it the year the movie came out, and there was a bunch of promotional stuff going around, and I had just gotten a DS and was allowed to pick one game from the shelf. And because I wasn't a very smart 6 or 5-year-old, I picked this one. I actually got pretty far into the game, like halfway through. I don't know why, I can't imagine it being that good. But I guess we'll find out, so let's pop the cartridge into my DS and give it a whirl. First of all, absolutely stellar graphic design skills on this one, guys. Like most games, this opens up with a story sequence, and I'm pretty sure this just reuses audio and pictures from the movie with like a couple new ones. I mean, I suppose why wouldn't you? It's literally based off the movie.
Shrek! There you are! Did you pick up the diapers from the store yet?
Absolutely beautiful game. So in this beginning part, Shrek keeps talking about how he's not the ogre he used to be, and wishes he could go back to his old life for a day, and upon running into Rumpelstiltskin, he says that he can grant that wish in exchange for a day in his past. Shrek agrees and signs a contract with the DS stylus. I sort of feel like they're trying to make this feel sort of dramatic, but like, come on. Now we get thrown in a tutorial to get a feel for the game's controls, and they're about what you'd expect for a 2010 Shrek game on the DS. The physics are a little weird and don't always work right, and the directions are kind of restrictive. It's not the absolute worst, but very, very far from the best. Like, it's far from a masterpiece or anything, but this was one of my childhood games. I actually used to play this and not hate it, so I have a little bit of a connection to this game, but dude, it is pretty atrocious.
See, it's not about liking them, it's about gaining the experience. It's about playing the games that you own, and not having to wonder if you like them or not. And also, a hint of saving the world.
Yeah, but I kind of had a hunch I wouldn't like them, so that's why I, like, never played them. So...
You know, you're not a very fun client to work with.
There's other clients?
Yeah, do you think you're the only loser with 200 games he's never played?
Yeah, I kind of did, actually. Well, at least I'm back in my room. What the hell are you doing here?
Ghosts need jobs too, and when you ended my last one along with my life, I had to find a new method of employment. Do you know how hard it is to find a job in this ghost economy?
No, I don't.
Well, it's pretty damn hard. Now I'm a ghost Christmas present for 35, 45 hours a week.
Okay, well, we need to get the show on the road because we only have till sunrise till all life on Earth is destroyed as we know it.
Wow, you're sure in a hurry to live for someone that killed me.
Oh my god, this again? I already told you it's for humanity, damn it!
Watch what you say to someone that has your life in their hands.
Okay. I'm sorry I killed you. I really am. Now, can you please just give me the games I need to play so I can get this done and over with?
Very well. I don't forgive you, but for the sake of my job, and for the sake of never having to see you again, I present you the Looney Tunes, Acme Arsenal, and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Alright, Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal, a gritty, darker looking Looney Tunes game. Man, what was it with games this generation and doing that? I don't even know how I ended up with this game. It was always just kind of there. Like, you know that one game that sits on your shelf forever, but you never touch? Well, before I had hundreds of them, it was this one. As some of you may recall, I tried having a look at this game last year, but then upon putting the disc in and actually playing it, I quickly decided that I preferred to do other things and abruptly quit. After that day, I decided to never pick up that game or a book ever again, but now it looks like my past choices have come back to haunt me, so I really don't have a choice.
Oh God, I know what's coming.
Yeah, you know what you're about to play.
Jesus! Oh my God, you scared me. A little more warning next time, please.
I am the ghost of Christmas future.
Yeah, I know who you are. I've been dealing with this all night.
Okay, well, you have
an hour to play the games on my desk that I've never even touched before because the future or whatever. Yeah, I know. You guys are acting like I'm gonna forget that the fate of the world is in my hands or whatever. I know what to do.
Okay, well, if you're so smart, why didn't you just do what you were told in the first place to avoid this whole mess?
I didn't think it was actually gonna happen. I thought the ghost was fake. It was April Fool's Day, for God's sake.
Well, you should have taken it as a sign when an actual ghost was threatening you.
You know, that's fair.
Okay, so you are aware that along with Cartoon Network Racing, you're gonna have to play...
Wait, no, just don't even say it. Just let me play this one first.
Oh God, this sucks because I know what's coming next, but so Cartoon Network Racing on the PS2, a Mario Kart ripoff featuring, yep, you guessed it, Cartoon Network characters. I guess the only thing really worth noting about this game is that because it's slightly older, coming out in 2006, there obviously aren't any modern Cartoon Network shows featured in here. I know that's kind of a no-duh thing, but I just find it neat because there have been a lot of defining shows to come out on Cartoon Network since 2006. And look at, say, a Cartoon Network Battle Crashers on the Switch. And none of the characters were around during that time, but I would still define at least most of these as iconic characters of Cartoon Network. And that's kind of neat.
Okay, I've done it. I've played 6 of the 7 games on my desk. Isn't that enough? Can't you just let me get away with that?
I'm afraid it doesn't work like that.
But why?
And that leads us to tonight. Brian, if you don't play this game in the next 20 minutes, everything you know and love will cease to exist.
God, 20 minutes? Fine, I'll do it. Just give it to me.
Okay, so the final game is the one I've been putting off the most. I didn't think it would be so bad to look at. I tried playing it off as a fun mystery at first.
A mystery game that will talk about later.
Then it just kept haunting me. No matter what I did, it was still there, just looking at me menacingly. It all started when I was roaming around my grandpa's basement one day, expecting to find nothing more than just old movies. And then I found it. It was an old video game on the PC. I had never heard of this game before. Where did it come from? Well, to be honest, it was kind of hard to find any history on it. The game doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. But I did find out a few things. It turns out that this was an advertising tie-in game released in Sweden and Finland free of charge for 1 day. I don't know which store specifically you got it from in those respective countries though, but I do know that after 1 day, you were able to just buy the game if you wanted. Eventually it became stateside, but you were only able to find it at Pamida stores, which would make sense because that's probably where my grandpa got it, and I found it in his house. I just don't know why. And that's all I could find about this game. It's pretty obscure, and I doubt anybody really cares about it. That game, of course, is Mall Mania, released in 1999 on the PC. One of the reasons I wasn't able to find any info on the game at first is because I looked up Mall Mania, and all that came up was some kid's book, so I looked up Mall Mania game, and it came up as Mall Maniacs, so I was confused and looked at my copy thinking I read it wrong, but nope. Mine is called Mall Mania, but for some reason Google recognizes it as Mall Maniacs. My guess is that it's probably called Mall Maniacs in Sweden and Finland, and Mall Mania over here. So that's fun.
Oh God. I mean, do I really have to? I mean, how bad would it really be if all of humanity was wiped out?
Are you really willing to let the fate of humanity fall between you and Mallmania?
You know, I don't... Fine, I'll do it. Whoa, what's happening?
Oh God. Bro, dude, you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Oh, Jesus! Okay. Oh God.
What's wrong?
I don't have a disk drive.
You what?
Hello, I'm John Johnson, reporting live from the very room where we are getting word that the entire planet's being completely destroyed. I have no idea why, but cult member 1 is on the scene with the latest.
I don't know, man. I kind of showed up to this party and like, this dude, problems follow him everywhere he goes. And obviously something went wrong. It always goes wrong. And I don't know, it's just something crazy happened this time.
Alright, well stay safe out there, cult member 1. We're rooting for you over at the station. Now let's cut over to cult member 2 with the weather.
Looks like we're dealing with severe collisions of the entire world. There seems to be more action going on through the Midwestern United States and modern action through other parts of Northern America, and some lighter action in other parts of the globe. However, that is expected to change within the next couple of minutes, where the severity will spread to the whole planet and we will all inevitably reach our eternal doom. Back to you, Ron.
Alright, now with politics, I'm here with Raphael Moinsberger. Alright, Mr. Moinsberger, so as we all know, the world is coming to a complete and total end. Yet none of us have any idea why. But you say that you do. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, John, so basically it's a ploy by the government. Now I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Now you see this picture of how the planet will look in a couple of hours, and zooming in we see a very clear view of Chester Alan Arthur, the 21st President of the United States. Now if we take this photo of a press conference that President Joe Biden gave earlier today, you can very clearly see him holding a Disney Infinity figure of Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Who's to say he didn't just get done playing Disney Infinity or had plans to do so after the conference?
Well, John, you know, I can't describe it, but I have this gut feeling somewhere. Somehow, there's some sort of involvement with Disney Infinity.
So are you saying this figurine has something to do with the current situation?
Absolutely right. Thanks for having me.
Makes sense to me, Raphael. Thanks for coming on and explaining the very real and very true story to our viewers. After all, we're a news outlet, so there's no way we could ever get anything wrong.
I don't have a disk drive. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I mean, come on, there's gotta be something I can do. It cannot just end like this.
Honestly, I think this might be it.
No. I've played all these other games, okay? You cannot just come into my house on Christmas Eve and tell me I have till sunrise to form an opinion on 7 games. I can barely form an opinion on 1, and now the world is just gonna end like that?
You were being irresponsible. You were stalling, you were making fun of people, you were making fun of other ghosts. You know, not everything is just gonna end with this quirky little joke and everything works out in the end. Sometimes the end is just the end, and that's okay. Sorry you couldn't save the world, but nobody could do it. Not me, not the other ghosts, nobody. Just you.
So this is it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, before the world ends, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What's gonna happen to, like, you and the other ghosts? Cause, like, are you able to exist outside of the Earth?
I'm not sure. I really don't remember much about being alive. I guess it'd kind of be like a second death. Maybe I'll go to heaven, maybe I'll go to hell. Who knows? But I can't stay here dwelling on this. I have to go.
Well, okay then. See you on the other side. Or not. So this is death, huh? Just floating in the middle of space on a rock with your house on it. This is nothing like what people made it out to be. If you ask anybody, like, on Earth, what they would have thought death was like, nobody would have said this. It does kind of suck that everything humanity's ever built up to was obliterated in the matter of, like, not that long, all because of a shitty 1999 PC game about shopping. But what can you do?
one disk drive off of Amazon.
Here's what I found.
Screw it. I'm dead anyway. Got lots of time on my hands. Might as well finish what I started. So opening up, we have all these companies transitioned by Comic Sans font. Epic. Next up, we get to pick a character, and boy howdy, these are characters alright. Getting that out of the way, we're transported to a Pamida mini mall where we have to try and find all these products before everybody else. You can help achieve this by pushing people's carts away from them so they have to go after it, thus slowing them down, much like a race but with grocery shopping. Of course, everything here is stuff you were able to find at an actual Pamida store, which means that Pamida took an obscure Swedish game, added product logos to it, and used it as product placement. This game is absolutely legendary. I really like Mall Mania, not because it's a good game by any means, but because it's such an obscure little thing from the 90s that most people have never heard of, and it still has such an interesting history behind it. You can literally look at any of these 7 games, hell, look at any game on my shelf, and there's a story behind all of them. Stories from development, stories from how I got it, stories from a previous owner. They all have their own little place on the shelf, good game or not. And I think that's really special.
Huh. So that's it. That's all 7 of the deadly games that have sat on my desk for the past 2 years. Well, I guess if I'm dead anyway, I could always play these to keep me entertained. You know, the Ghost of Christmas Future was wrong. I may have messed up a little bit, and I may have ended the world, and I may not be a super happy ending. But I could always end on a witty joke. Nap games are absolute trash.